This video is created by Jagrat Creations. It is on branch accounts, hence useful to the students who are reading for intermediate CA, ICWAI Executive, become CA-IPCC. I want to solve one sum on branch accounts or accounting for branches. The other name is branch accounts. Just observe the sum on the screen which I intend to solve. This is the sum that I intend to solve here before you. First I'll read and try to explain the sum. Then I shall solve the sum. Just observe. Messr Shah and Company commenced a business on 1/4/2015 with head office at Mumbai and branch at Chennai. As the business is commenced, there is no opening stock. Purchases were made exclusively by head office, where the goods were processed before sales. There was no loss or wastage in processing. Only the processed goods received from head office were handled by the branch. Goods were sent to the branch, processed at cost plus 10%. All sales, whether by head office or by branch, were at a uniform gross profit at 25% of their respective cost. That's an important point. Following is the trial balance as on 31/3/2016. This is the head office trial balance. This is the branch trial balance. Capital drawings, purchases, cost of processing, sales both. Goods sent to branch 9,24,000, administrative expenses 1,39,000, 15,000, sales expenses, debtors, branch current account, creditors, bank balance, head office current account, goods received from HO. So this is the trial balance given to you. Goods sent by head office to the branch in March 2016 of rupees 44,000 were not received by the branch till 2/4/2016. So it has not been received before 31st of March 2006. 31st of March 2016. So goods are in transit. How much goods are in transit? 44,000. Remittance of 84,300 sent by branch to head office was also similarly not received up to 31st of March 2016. So this is an adjustment for cash in transit. Stock taking at the branch disclosed a shortage of 20,000 at selling price to the branch. Cost of unprocessed goods at head office on 31/3/2016 was rupees 1 lakh. Prepared trading account, trading and profit and loss account in a columnar form, and the balance sheet of the business as a whole as on 31/3/2016. Now in this sum, there are two adjustments for goods in transit, cash in transit are given. The total of the value of goods in transit and cash in transit is found by difference between head office balance in the books of branch and the balance of branch in the books of head office. Now I want to explain that goods in transit and cash in transit part first of all. Then I will talk about adjustment number 3. Before I start with, let me explain this percentage of profit, the invoice price, cost to branch, cost to head office, etc. and how the policy is framed to arrive at the sales price. Only the processed goods received from head office were handled by branch. The goods were sent to the branch, processed goods, at cost plus 10%. So cost of goods to HO is 100, 10% added thereat. 110 is the price at which the goods are sent to the branch. So it is an invoice price for head office, but it is a cost for branch. Cost of processed goods is 100, 10% added to cost. So 110 is the value at which the goods are invoiced. So invoice price is 110. The same goods, its cost to HO is 100. All the sales, whether by head office or by branch, at a uniform gross profit of 25% of their respective cost. Now, what is the cost for branch? 110. What is the invoice price for HO? What is the invoice price for HO? 110. What is the cost for HO? 100. So 25% is to be added. So 110 into 25%. So 27.5 is the profit charged by branch while selling the goods. While cost 100 into 25%. So 25 is the profit charged by HO. So when HO sells goods, it sells at a price of 125. When branch sells goods, it sells goods at a price of 137.5. This is how the sales price is being worked out. Whenever you are given the percentage of profit in this fashion, generally, closing stock or opening stock may be the missing item. Here the branch has started in the current year. So there is no question of opening stock, but the closing stock of processed goods is the missing item that we should observe. So this is a introductory explanation about the policy matter, how the goods are invoiced to the branch, how the sales is being affected by HO and branch, at what price. This information is also very useful to us to find out the unrealized profit on processed goods lying at branch where 20% profit load is being made by the HO. Now the first adjustment that I want to take care of is goods sent by head office to the branch on March 44,000 were not received. So goods sent to the branch. So head office says that we have sent the goods of 9,24,000. Branch says that goods received from HO 8,80,000. So goods sent 924, goods received 880. The difference between the two may be identified as, the difference is worked out, that works out to be 44,000, and you are told that the 44,000 is the value of goods in transit. So this is how goods in transit number given in the adjustment is explained from the information of the trial balance. Goods sent 9,24,000, goods received 8,80,000. Now remember one thing. Who writes the entry for goods in transit? Who writes? HO writes the entry for goods in transit, or branch writes the adjustment entry for goods in transit? Who writes the adjustment for goods in transit? The principle given for this matter as per the study material published by Institute of Chartered Accountants, the adjustment entry has to be recorded at the receiving end. Here the receiving end is goods are sent by head office and received by receiving end is branch. So branch will record the adjustment entry for goods in transit. How that journal entry gets recorded by branch, that I want to demonstrate. So goods from HO account debit to HO account credit. So in the books of branch, I write this entry for goods in transit. Now if I want to give the effect of this adjustment entry, just observe. This 8,80,000 is goods received from HO, has a debit balance. Here goods received from HO is debited 44,000. So 8,80,000 plus 44,000. And here the head office current account 2,61,500, HO account 44,000. So second credit effect will be given here. Just observe. I will add 8,80,000 plus 44,000. So this value becomes 9,24,000, which is exactly matching with this goods sent. And the second effect is given to this 2,16,500. HO account credit. This is a credit balance. So in credit balance, this 44,000 is added. So the balance here in the books of branch HO account balance will become 3,05,500. So this is how goods in transit adjustment identified. Adjustment entry recorded at the receiving end, and its effect is given on the values of the trial balance. Next, after this, I want to take care of this adjustment. A remittance of 84,300 sent by branch to HO. Now, what is the receiving end? HO is the receiving end. So, adjustment for cash in transit is to be recorded at the receiving end. So, HO will write the entry for cash in transit. Before I write the entry for cash in transit, let me confirm this 84,300 on the basis of the information of these trial balances. Here, branch account debit balance is 3,89,800. Here the balance is 3,05,500. What is the difference between these two balances? The balance in the books of branch of HO account, the balance in books of HO, that of branch account, should agree. Because whatever is given by HO to branch is said to have been received by the branch. So the balance should agree. Here there is a disagreement in the balance. So what is the difference? So if you work out the difference between the two, 84,300 is the difference. So this 84,300 is confirmed by this 84,300. So this is cash in transit. Who writes the adjustment entry for cash in transit? It has to be recorded at the receiving end. Here, head office is the receiving end. So head office will record the entry. So cash account debit to branch account credit. So cash account is debited. And here branch account debit balance, it is credited. So I am required to deduct from 3,89,800, 84,300. So this balance will become 3,05,500. So there is 3,05,500 and this 3,05,500 mutually agrees. And here bank balance includes cash in transit element. Now this is how I have given the two adjustment entries effects on my trial balance. In light of that, this total should change, but let me not do that right now. The third adjustment. See, remember one thing, this balance, bank balance, includes cash in transit element. This stock, 9,24,000, includes goods in transit element. That I can disassociate at the end while preparing the balance sheet, but at present, let it be so. Now, stock taking at the branch disclosed the shortage of 20,000 selling price. So at branch, there is a shortage of goods at a sales value of 20,000. So we are required to first find out the cost of goods for which the shortages occurred. That cost will be cost to branch. That is a invoice price of HO. So at 110 level, we are required to work out the stock of shortages. And after that, we will also work out the profit load therein. That I will demonstrate in detail while solving the sum. Cost of unprocessed goods at head office. This is the closing stock of raw material given. Unprocessed goods raw material is given. So its effect is simple. Balance sheet asset side, trading account credit side. Whose trading account? HO. Now I am required to prepare in a columnar form. See, these two balances have agreed. This 9,24,000 is also agreed. That is being explained. Now I want to prepare in a columnar for trading profit and loss account and the balance sheet. A combined balance sheet of HO and branch that will be prepared over here. Now, in the books of branch, HO's current account, in the books of HO, branch current account that is being prepared. These are the adjustment entries given to me in the sum. This is the trial balance given to me. So this is the part of the sum that I have brought on the screen for your understanding, so that you can understand what I take from the sum and where do I write, that you will understand thoroughly well. Now, 44,000. See, goods in transit and cash in transit is already considered. In the books of HO, branch balance, debit balance, I write on the debit side balance brought down. Here I write down in the books of branch HO account, credit balance, 3,05,000. So this is how both the balances have agreed. To these balances, profit of the branch will be added, or adjustment entry for profit and branch will be recorded in this account at the end of the sum. Now, I take care of third adjustment. Cash in transit, goods in transit, first two adjustments are taken care of. In light of that, these balances are amended and they are recorded appropriately in the respective accounts of each books. Stock taking at branch disclosed a shortage of 20,000. Now, this working note I have already explained to you. Now, by shortage, what happens? There is no insurance coverage, so there is a loss. Loss will be debited to profit and loss account, and goods lost will be credited to trading account, where the shortage has occurred at the branch. So branch profit and loss account and branch trading account will have the effect of this shortage. Now, this 20,000 is the selling price to the branch. Now, for branch, 137.5 is the sales price. Then 110 is the cost price to the branch. How much for 20,000? So you can find out the cost of goods lost by shortage. So 20,000 into 110 divided by 137.5, this is the cost of goods lost. Now, what is the effect of this 16,000? The effect of this 16,000 is, as goods go out, trading account of branch will be credited and profit and loss account of the branch will be debited. So here the trading account is credited and profit and loss account is to be debited. So this is the shortage entries recorded. Now this shortage has to be recorded in the total column. Now what is the cost of this shortage to HO? This is a 16,000 is the cost of shortage to the branch, that is recorded in the books of branch. In the total column, it is a consolidated amount for HO and branch together. So what is the cost of this 16,000 for HO head office? So HO has given the goods at 10% load. So 110 is the cost to branch. 100 is the cost to HO. How much for 16,000? So if 110 is the invoice price, then 100 is the cost price. How much for 16,000? So 14,545 is the value of shortage from the viewpoint of head office. So in this total column, I will write down 14,545, and in loss also, I will write 14,545. So in total columns, total column doesn't mean always the total of these two numbers. Total means the overall consolidated view from the consolidated point of view of HO and branch together. So here, shortage of stock, that I will write 14,545. So this is how this adjustment is taken care of. Now, fourth adjustment, unprocessed goods, 1 lakh. This is a stock of raw material. Trading account of HO is to be credited and it will appear on the balance sheet asset side, closing stock, unprocessed goods, 1 lakh. This is how 4 adjustments are taken care of. Now, after completing these 4 adjustments as explained, I will start copying the trial balance. So let me bring the trial balance, copy the remaining trial balance in the sum that we have prepared. Capital will appear on the balance sheet liability side inner column. drawings gets deducted from capital. Purchase of HO debited in the trading account of HO. Cost of processing debited to the trading account of HO. Sales of HO and branch are recorded in the trading account respectively. You find the total being recorded. Goods sent to branch. Goods go out from head office. So head office trading account credit, goods sent to branch. Administrative expenses of HO and branch are debited to profit and loss account and total is being recorded in the total column. Sales expense of HO and branch are debited in the profit and loss account. Debtors of HO and branch will be reported in the balance sheet, closing balance sheet. Branch current account is already recorded here, no need to take care of. Creditors of HO and branch will appear on the liability side of the balance sheet. Bank balance, HO and branch is recorded on the balance sheet asset side. This HO current account I have already recorded in the respective account. Goods received from HO will be recorded in the trading account of branch on the debit side. Just take purchases. 9,24,000. So this is how the information given to him in the trial balance and all adjustments are considered. Now, after considering all these things, I would like to find out the gross profit on the basis of sales information available to me in the trading account. So, this is the working note, very important for the purpose of finding out gross profit as well as unrealized profit. So, what is the profit, gross profit of branch? What is the gross profit of head office? First, let me write down the sales. 12,80,000 is the sales of HO. 125 is the sales price, then 25 is the profit. How much for 12,80,000? So, profit to HO for these sales is 2,56,000. When the goods are sent by HO to branch, there was a load of 10%. Invoice price was arrived at by adding 10%. So this goods sent to branch 9,24,000 also includes profit element. Let us find out that profit element. 9,24,000. So if 110 is the invoice price, then 10 is the profit. How much for 9,24,000? This is also the profit earned, profit identified by head office while sending the goods to the branch. Now sales of branch is 8,20,000. So if 137.5 is the sales price, then 27.5 is the profit element. How much for 8,20,000? So 8,20,000 into 27.5 divided by 137.5. This is the profit of branch. So this is the gross profit that I should write to the debit side of trading account and credit side of profit and loss account. So this is the HO's profit, branch profit. This is the HO and branch profit. Now, this profit total would not match. Why? Because this 16,000 and 14,545. So profit is worked out on the basis of this total minus this total. Now I would like to close. When the percentage of profit and the details are given note, the closing stock of the processing goods is not given. This is a missing item. So let me find out by closing this trading account the closing stock of processed goods. So total of debit minus this. So I'll get the closing stock of processed goods, 56,000. This total is 10 lakh 88,000. Minus 8 lakh 20,000 and 16,000. I get the closing stock of processed goods. Now this 56,000 processed goods stock lying at the HO is at the cost to HO. So it doesn't hold any profit element. But the processed goods lying at the branch 2,52,000. It is at a cost to branch, that is 110 level, which includes a profit element which is unrealized by the head office. So we are required to work out the unrealized profit in this 2,52,000. And we are required to write down the adjustment entry for that unrealized profit. So this is how my trading account is done. This total is recorded here as 3,08,000. Now this closing stock is found out, that will appear on the balance sheet asset side, second effect. So HO stock, branch stock. This is the total. From this, unrealized profit will be deducted. Let me work out the unrealized profit. This is a very important note. This is the processed stock at branch, where the goods were sent at 10% above the cost. So if 110 is the invoice price and 10 is the profit element, not cost, profit element. How about for 2,52,000? So 22,909. This is a cost, that is wrong. That's a profit element. So 22,909 is the unrealized profit. The unrealized profit will be deducted from this stock, and unrealized profit will be debited in the head office trading account. So deducted from, this is the cost of stock. This is how unrealized profit, that is identified as stock reserve, the profit and loss account of HO is to be debited, and it is deducted from the value of the stock, and this stock appears in the outer column. After recording the entry for unrealized profit, let me find out the profit. So 3,40,000 minus this. So this is a profit that will be transferred to capital account. This is a profit of branch. Now for this 1,26,800, we are required to write the entry, adjustment entry, in the books of HO as well as in the books of branch. In the books of HO, I am required to collect this profit from branch. So branch account debit to profit and loss account credit. And in the books of branch, this profit is to be given to HO. So the journal entry will be recorded, profit and loss account debit to HO account credit. So let me add this total profit to this capital first of all. So this is how closing capital balance. Now adjustment entry. In the books of branch, profit is transferred to HO, so profit and loss account debit to HO account credit. And the same entry is to be recorded here in the books of HO, branch account debit to profit and loss account credit. So this is how these two accounts gets closed. So this is a balance mutually gets cancelled. And here if you total the balance sheet, the liability side total is 11,22,091, and same is the total on the asset side. This is how you can prepare the balance sheet and columnar trading and profit and loss account. Now, as I told to you at the beginning of the sum, that this HO's bank balance includes cash in transit, and this branch stock includes goods in transit. I can disassociate. I can set them apart and represent them in my balance sheet. Let me do that. So this HO's balance includes two elements. Cash in transit, 84,300, and the other cash. So if I want to bifurcate this information into cash in transit and other bank balance, I can do that. So other bank balance, I write 1,52,000, and here I write cash in transit. my balance sheet total will not change. Similarly, this 2,52,000 includes two elements. Goods in transit, that is 44,000. Other goods, 2,08,000. Now these other goods are recorded here and I will report goods in transit separately on the face of balance sheet. So here I change it to 2,08,000. This is the goods in transit. As this value is changed, so this total also will change. Now from this total, this is not the unrealized profit because the unrealized profit is to be bifurcated into 2,64,000 and 44,000. So 110, then 10 is the profit. How much for 2,08,000? So this is the unrealized profit that I'm supposed to deduct. And if I deduct, the value will change over here. So 2,64,000 minus 18,909. This is how this value appears. Similarly, I'm required to deduct the unrealized profit from the goods in transit. 110 is 2. This is not cost profit. How much for 44,000? 4,000. So cost of goods in transit is 40,000. My balance sheet total will not change. So this is how you can report the information in the balance sheet in a bifurcated fashion as disclosed. Otherwise also, my balance sheet has agreed. Now, I have tried to explain you this sum bit slowly. I feel that you have followed all these things. Thanks to all.